Good morning, everybody. I promised that I would give you a little update from where I work. Well, where I work for money. And that's here. It's in Micronesia, the Federated States of Micronesia. And it is in the Chuk Lagoon, or in English known as the Truck Lagoon, where in 1944 American bombers have bombed and sunk a significant part of the Japanese Imperial Fleet. Oh, just saw a dolphin coming by. Oh, yep, we got a dolphin on the bow. Yeah. We got a dolphin on the bow.
Yeah, what?
A dolphin
Where?
on the bow. Can you see him swimming?
Oh yes, I saw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, thank you. Alright, sorry for that.
Ah?
No. Sorry for that interruption. That was Paulie, our chef, coming to bring me my brekkie. And I saw a dolphin on the bow. Couldn't show you. It wasn't jumping, it was just cruising in front of the bow. Anyway. So, the 16 guests we have on board are all divers, scuba divers. And they dive on the wrecks for a week. And then they fly back home. Most of our guests are American, coming from the States, and most of them are very serious divers, because it isn't cheap to come here. It isn't cheap to stay on this boat. We are operating in a very remote part of the world. Difficult to get products, food, Western food, and it's really expensive. Years before I worked on super yachts, entertaining the very, very rich, and I decided that it was not for me anymore. I really wanted to work with like normal people. I feel that I contribute a little bit more to society if I entertain normal people instead of the extreme wealthy. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to take you on a little tour around the boat, explain you some parts. Now, this big steering wheel, this is actually the first time I'm touching it, because these days, you know, we use remote controls. I can walk all through the bridge, stand on the side decks, look over the sides and operate the engines and the steering, the rudders. Yeah, so this one I would rather have it removed, because it's quite annoying. It sits in the way. Anyway, I see that we are approaching our next destination. That is the wreck of the Fumitsuki destroyer. So I am going to hover over it. One of our divers, our dive guides, will step off the boat and will tie us with a line to the buoy we have installed at the wreck, and then for the coming 2 hours the divers will start exploring the wreck. I will talk to you later. Taking you down to the dive deck, show you where the people gear up and enter the water. Okay, well nobody is at the moment on board, because they're all in the water. I'm filming now because of privacy situation. Don't want to have too many of our guests in the picture. So this is where people gear up in the dive gear. And this is where people enter the water behind me. We've got an elevator helping people to get out, sometimes in the water. And the first guest has arrived back on board. Alright, I'm taking you very quickly through the accommodation area. We are now entering the lower deck salon. This is an area where people can charge their batteries, their equipment. They can work here on their laptops, editing video. And we got a little gift shop, you know, with t-shirts and souvenirs from the boat. A little library in the corner. People play games here, I see. Taking you very quickly through the accommodation area. This is where the staterooms are. I can't film in the staterooms because, hello, that was the interior crew. This is a hallway from the lower deck. Port side, starboard side, we've got guest cabins, staterooms. I can't show you them, unfortunately, because they're all occupied, and I can't film personal possessions from the guests. We have at maximum 12 guests on board any one given time. And now we are on one of the side decks. Quick walk to the bow. This is the bow section of the boat. Big anchor winch, storage. The wheelhouse behind me, up there, that's where I spend most of my time. Now walking over the starboard side deck, back to the dive platform, and up to the sun deck. And then I'll give you a little tour of the dining room and the galley. That's the compressor room. That's where all the compressors are running to fill tanks with air, nitrox. We also generate a little bit of oxygen. Alright, first divers are back out of the water, and I'll take you upstairs. Hello girls.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah? That's Gwen. Hello Gwen.
Hi.
That's Mama Polly.
Hello.
Mama Polly and Vanessa. And that's the galley. And this is my humble cabin. It's actually larger than the small house, I believe. I never measured it, but maybe it's about the same size as the little house. So I've got a little office space. I got my security cams showing me what's happening on the boat. My intercom, a double bed, a fridge, my bathroom, and then here's the bridge. And the captain usually has the cabin next to the bridge or behind the bridge in order to hear any alarms. So that was basically a little tour of the boat, a little look into my life while I'm not working in France on the house. As I promised, an update. Yeah. What are the plans? The plans are I'm working here until late January. Then I'm going to fly to Melbourne, Australia, meet up with Nadia, hopefully spend a month there on holidays visiting family. and then it's back to France, and gonna start with the garden. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I think I'll buy a mini digger, and I'm really going to tackle that garden. Create space, tidy up, install proper drainage, and create some space to work. That's all. Yeah, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year soon. And I'm probably one of the first to celebrate New Year's, because we are not that far from the deadline. Although East Coast Australia may be before us. Anyway, doesn't matter. I will see you possibly when I'm in Australia, because I hope that Nadia and I will get a moment to start working on some 3D modeling for the garden, and I will definitely send you an update from that. So thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for subscribing and for liking, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.